there's this it's going around. So you're playing with your friends, you've grouped up, and you're calling out for that one friend. He's not hearing anything. He's into white girl music or just gaming. So he's not hearing your call outs.
Right now, can you imagine that a PS5 costs more than a used car in some places?
and that's just the base PS5.
That's the base PS5.
And don't get me started on the taxes.
You know, you've touched on KPLC. That's a real thing. In Africa. man.
Power
In
outage.
Kenya, yeah.
Eh,
You
Number
know,
one enemy.
but guys,
they thrive in monopoly. That's why they don't.
Kenya,
really
we are
give in.
better.
Hey Afrigamers, and welcome back to the Afrigamer Plug. This space is where African gamers, streamers, content creators build and keep it real. I'm your host, Prosper Mandu, the pro gamer, and in today's episode, we're going unfiltered.
Yeah.
We're talking gaming in Africa, real talk.
Yeah. So welcome back to another episode, my Pookies.
Oh, wow.
Every day I come up with a new name for y'all. You see how much I love you. You know, like they don't, so I do it for them. So don't worry. But anyway, my Pookies, welcome back. In the last episode, we spoke about the types of gamers, and we denoted what is a professional gamer, a casual gamer, and a corporate gamer, and we spoke about all that. So now we want to go down to the unfiltered regions and let's see how gaming in Africa is really like, because we touched about it like a bit. So let's expound on it and let's see how it actually is in Africa, because I have some notes to say. Yeah, I've gone through it, yeah.
Habari zenu tena. Anyways, Nashipa here, your corporate gamer, mixing up board game speeches, boards. I switch around. My pad is like my work tool. I go around in boards fighting to make this money work. But yes, and also a gamer. So today, this topic, I feel like we're going to create enemies out here. But yeah, man, Africa is growing. We have the highest. We are, I think, number 3 on the statistics on the gaming communities and gaming growth and esports. But we face a lot of issues and a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And to our first part of this session, we're talking about the struggles. What challenge? The challenges that make us who we are, right? Let's kick off by, taking the hard truth. Gaming in Africa isn't for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
If I'm
not
wrong,
at all.
please correct me. But it is not.
Yeah.
Because you can't explain how a gamer in Kenya is playing at 250 ms ping on a daily. Are you going to predict the next movements as like a prophet? Guys, I don't know, because the struggles we go through is a lot, man. Yeah.
For me, before I get into my professional game, I'll go to Fortnite. Playing Fortnite on the PlayStation is not for the weak, because why am I playing on 200 ping? Why is my server in half the country? It's not even in a country. It's all the way down there in South Africa. Why is the server there? Why am I?
And you're just up here.
I'm just up here. I have to predict your movements.
I know.
Am I a prophet? And when I get into FIFA, I am on 50 to 60 ping. If I'm going to compete on international tournaments, I'm going to be whooped, because I'm
Very
going to
badly.
be using their server.
Yeah.
My server is also in South Africa. If I want to go to further, Nigeria, West Africa. And I'm in Kenya.
God willing, when we get to the point of bringing on guests here, I would like to ask, there's a time we took people for Afro-Arab League. People saw, as our Nigerian brothers and sisters say, people saw shaggy. Because these guys, they didn't even know how they played.
I think
2 minutes in the game, they're kicked out.
Yep, I remember.
And they're playing Valorant, and in Kenya,
Why?
they are the biggest team.
Why?
The people that you're competing with are used to fast internet. the ping is very quickly and
know,
everything.
There's a point where I had like a few years ago, if I'm not wrong, Kenya, we have like one of the fastest internet speeds in the world. I don't know if it was a rumor.
There's
We
a
do.
difference. So we have internet speeds. That's not an issue. When it comes to downloads and uploads, we're good. But now when it comes to
Streaming.
the gaming servers itself, it's not in the country. So
They're too far.
they're too far away. So that communication, if I'm playing Fortnite, when I shoot,
I want to laugh. Why?
right,
He can't relate.
he can't
relate.
I'll
He's
I'm
a
looking at
casual
you.
gamer. He doesn't even know what you're talking
I'll
about.
explain it in layman's term for an easy person to understand.
Keep it casual,
I'll
man.
keep it casual
You see, like, do you have to understand all these things to game?
Yeah.
Like, just keep it casual. Just be like me. Be
It's
like
never the same.
Jabali. You see,
It's funny how he's just giving,
I'm just nodding. Yeah,
it's not
I'm
the
learning. I'm learning though.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
learning,
not the
yeah.
same. So if I'm playing, let me give an example of, let's say, even Call of Duty.
Yeah.
If I'm shooting at an opponent, that shot has to register in the server. So the speed before it reaches the server and comes back and it registers, that's already too long.
Yeah.
They've
That's-
killed you. They've
They've
even
killed you or
left.
they've moved.
They are dancing. They're
Yeah.
moving.
And you find or even KPOC might decide,
Hey.
I'm not your friend today.
Yeah.
So that's
That's what we
you're
call
going
a lag.
to- a lag.
Oh, yeah.
A lag or
In
a
layman
disconnect
terms,
or
yeah.
some call it packet loss. You're losing time in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you know, you've touched on KPLC. That's a real thing. In Africa, man.
power
In
outage.
Kenya, yeah.
Eh,
You
Number
know,
one enemy.
but guys,
they thrive in monopoly. That's why they don't.
Kenya,
really
we are
give it-
better.
Yeah, we are.
Let me give you a
But you
scenario.
can be better.
But you can-
Comment
exactly, you
section
can
is
be
going to
better.
be flaring up after this.
You guys have electricity.
My Nigerian
gas,
friends,
gas. Hey,
my
Nigeria.
Nigerian people, we are sorry, eh? We are sorry, but those guys,
Generators.
You know me think me
you're just playing game like this, okay, and then their power just goes, shwa, then comes back. It's like they're playing peekaboo. Peekaboo. And it comes back,
you know,
and then
you
it
know
goes,
the thing about
Oh
Nigeria.
my God.
Me what I think about Nigeria is, I think they're just okay. Their electricity is okay. Me, I think the main problem is I think there are too many. So it's like rationing that electricity between like all
But
those
do you
people.
know that in
That's why it has to
Africa,
bring-
Nigeria has the largest percentage of gamers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure.
That's why they have a server there.
I'm not sure.
And they have a server
That's why they
there.
have gaming server.
What about South Africa?
Look at
South Africa also have a server.
Can you
need-
compare? Can you compare Kenya to South Africa?
No.
Like the-
Hey, no.
You can't.
You
In terms-
can't.
in terms
They're not
of
even
what?
close.
in
We are
terms-
still
wait,
really
wait,
small.
In terms of what?
in terms of like the gaming or
Community?
South Africa is bigger.
South Africa is bigger
by far or
By far.
by far.
Because for you to get...
who are we close to? Like in Africa, who are we close to as Kenyans?
We're just in the middle.
We're just in a
We're just there.
Yeah. Because
We're
for
not
you-
bad.
We're not
We're
bad.
I know
bad,
we're not
but-
bad because
Yeah.
I've seen
There.
Kenyans. I've seen Kenyans like up there.
Yeah.
But you see now, with Nigeria, despite their number,
Yeah.
and I think the fact that the servers are closer to them, and I think, I don't know, but from my past experience, most of the global tournaments, these people are well represented.
They have that foundation.
Big up to Carry Fast, and the last year, the African Cup. West African countries were represented. Nigeria was there, Ghana was there, Senegal was there,
Yeah.
Kenya, we were just given an opportunity because we were given two teams because we are the host country. So we had two teams representing. South Africa came in. What other country? Morocco came in. I think Tunisia or something.
East Africa.
East Africa si ni Kenya peke yake.
What is it?
Let's figure out. And I think...
Kutapatwa na suluhisho. Suluhisho itapatikana.
So
Wanakuja.
to finish
Wanakuja.
that off, the only thing which will help Kenya be on the map itself and competing internationally, because there's also an esports World Cup which is right at our doorstep.
Yeah.
Server. That's if we can
Just
get
bring a
if we
server
can
to
get
Kenya.
these big, even if getting numbers, we can get the numbers so that now we can get a server in the country. Because as soon as we get a server into the country, fixed ping, we can be competing not internationally within Africa or even outside Africa against European countries.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But no, it will have to take a lot. Like it's a
process.
it's a joint effort
Yeah.
between like the gaming community.
Between the gaming communities and other
And the
organizers.
stockholders
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
gaming and
stakeholders, yeah.
esports. So now another challenge that we face in Africa is internet cost and access.
Yeah.
Fast, stable internet, the luxury for many. It's a luxury for many,
Yeah.
right? And some of us game with bundles, you know. Some of us split Wi-Fi bills with neighbors. Like, it's hard enough. It's hard enough the game is not accessible.
Yeah.
It's hard enough that you can't afford a console or a high
I was
gaming
about to go there because
a high gaming
have-
PC. It's hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also now the internet. If you
Internet
find
speeds.
a good, fast, and reliable internet,
The price.
is way up.
through the
it's
roof.
way up actually
Right?
because the best internet at the moment is
And this is not.
Starlink
This is
and
going
Safaricom.
for all-
And they are also
this goes for even the esports organizers or even the game arenas. Specifically, let me talk of a personal situation. Afrigamer. By the time we settled with the internet that we were using,
We were beefing. Beefing every service provider.
and you know the worst thing is, for you to give the quality internet, you need a dedicated service.
Explain.
Dedicated service means
Prosper, I'll beat you.
it's not all about.
No, but also for the viewers. Also for the
see,
viewers.
It's not all about the download and the upload
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
It's all about how many people can be logged onto the same internet and
for
not
stupid.
lag
And not lag, yeah, true.
and not face any challenge.
And stability.
And
Wi-Fi
the stability.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, true.
The only company, hey, I don't know. Please let me consult with our producer. Producer, is it okay to pronounce to call out companies? It's okay. They won't come for me.
Call them
Okay,
out,
now.
call them out.
Yeah. Now we worked with the first internet we worked with was Safaricom. It was good. But now every single time our clients used to come in, internet is lagging. Like, what am I going to do?
Me, to be honest, I expected you to say Safaricom was the good one.
For home. For home,
yeah.
For business,
Yeah, because
it's,
us we
it's
use it
tricky.
at home and it's okay.
Yeah,
But
for home it's okay.
The best, the one that we had the best, we were like, these guys are gamers. They know us. They will know us. What is it thing? This telecom thing. What is it called? Liquid Telecom. Man, we even paid for the subscription. Tell me why this guy is telling me, tomorrow I'm coming to install. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., you're not here.
he kept on saying
And
that.
he kept on telling us, is immediately you pay like this. I'm coming to install. They never came.
And you paid.
And we already paid an
Did-
amount of almost 70, 60K.
Did they at least refund your money?
Do you know Nashpai? The moment I strangle you, you'll tapika that money.
I would have dapped you
But
up.
anyways, those are some of the things
Yeah.
that make gaming so hard in Africa. And
Mm.
I don't know about other countries, but I know internet is not. I think if internet companies or internet providers would have like a gaming package, which Safaricom is trying to do right now, but it's on mobile game.
They've thought of the cheapest.
How
or
has
most
the
viable.
internet?
There's
How has
subsidies
the
there.
internet affected you?
Internet is everything when it comes to gaming because, like we said, the lag it's too much. Because if I'm playing FIFA and you lag for 1 second, someone's already scored you, and who said you're going to get another chance?
It's never the same.
It's never the
It's
same
never the
because once you lag, you lose patience, and you can't get that composure back easily.
Yeah. Remember the other guy already thinks he's much better than you.
Of course,
They
because
don't-
he's
they
seen,
don't
he's
really
seen you
care.
can't defend.
Yeah, you see.
It's like this
This guy's just standing there.
Just standing
Now, look at this guy.
Then the game ends and he sends you a very long voice note telling you how trash you are, how you playing this game.
Wait, can you send like someone a voice
You can
note?
send someone voice note and messages. That's why I turned them off. Because why are you winning by 1 goal and you're doing disrespectful celebrations?
Oh my.
And you
God.
won just by luck.
Wow, those lobbies will hate to see me coming. Oh,
Trust me, the issue isn't winning, it's the aftercare.
Now we've talked about power outages, yeah?
Yeah.
And I want to give a special shout out to gamers who pause mid-match to go and fire up a generator. or
West
or
Africans.
to wait for the power companies in wherever, in our case KPLC, to do their thing, and and sometimes they can't just decide, and they send you that tweet, that notice. Parts of
They usually send it through
Rongai,
Twitter these days.
parts of Rongai, parts of Kiserian, parts
Are
of
witnessing.
Kitengela. We are witnessing a power shortage for the whole day.
Get out, bro. Get out. Aish.
And then it comes into a fact where you have a tournament.
Uh-huh.
What are you going to do about it?
I'll give an example. So, about a month or two ago, they still have these tournaments, but it's PlayStation tournaments. They host mini tournaments, whether it's for kickoff, normal gameplay, or Ultimate Team. So if you win, you get a certain amount of in-currency money. So I was playing at the arena. Everything's good. I've won my first game. Second game, I won. Now I'm waiting for the third game. The opponent is yet to finish the game. KPLC.
Ish. Ish.
And my next, as soon as the power goes, I get a text from PlayStation app. Your game is ready. Enter the game within 5 minutes or you forfeit.
Oh no! And you've already won.
I've already won 2. I was left to
straight.
2, and
my
I know the
God.
opponent was going to be easy because at that time I'm versing people who are learning the game. So I know it's going to be easy money.
Trust me, this power outage thing is.
I think it's the monopoly, man.
You see, even you're hosting a tournament, and then people are just playing, fighting, and all do, and then just power just does its thing. That's why sometimes you see, we should not even blame the tournament organizers out there.
They've
Right?
tried.
They've tried their best because people want to have online games. People want to host as many Fortnite tournaments, COD tournaments. They want to host them as much as possible. But now, even if you have the backing of an internet provider, you can't have the backing of a generator.
Do you guys have like a generator at Afrigamer?
Man, we were working on a mall. They could not provide. You can't have your own generator on someone's building. You're renting.
Yeah, makes sense.
So once power
Okay,
goes,
didn't know that.
Once power goes, you see, the thing is, this is okay. That is something also people have to consider. As you're hosting or as you're setting up your arena somewhere, just make sure you're going to meet all the
qualifications,
exactly
the requirements.
the things that you need for your audience. Internet has to be the best.
Optimum
You have to have
space.
power.
yeah.
In case of power shortage, you have something that is gonna back
And
you up.
backup, yeah.
But yeah, those are some of the things. And now the next thing, where gaming gear
Ish.
is the same as bank breaking, or your M-Pesa is going to
I
die.
don't understand. I've never understood why. Okay, what's the actual reason why people in abroad have more consoles? Like they get it so easily than us.
It's the same thing.
I think
It's the same analogy where people abroad, you find almost everyone having a car.
or an
Na wewe
iPhone.
huku unang'ang'ana.
So is it what they're earning?
I think it's because of the
if-
manufacture and
So
That's
manufacturers,
before it comes to Kenya.
shipping.
Shipping.
there's the
tax.
shipping, the taxes. Because right now I think a PS5 is how much? 70.
No, it's gone down. But now you better buy locally because shipping it, you might find it won't even get here, or it will get in 3 months.
That's hell.
Exactly.
Gaming gear is very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
very true.
quality, but it's going to break the bank, and you have
Very
to be serious
expensive.
about gaming.
A
to buy it.
gaming headset. If I quote for you the gaming headsets that you're
I'm
on
wearing.
with right now.
They're high quality though.
No, yeah, the high
Let
quality.
me ask
high
you.
quality, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to expose you. Sir, how much do you have on your M-Pesa?
My M-Pesa around 1,200 at the moment.
1,200.
Yeah.
Multiply that by around 5. That's the cost of that
6K.
headset.
For one.
Shit. Why? Why? You see,
For one.
as a casual gamer, I will
can't,
never. I will never.
And trust
never
me,
use
it is a
6,000.
necessity for a gamer.
Yeah.
Why? Can't you use like
No.
earphones
No.
or Raimo earphones?
Do you
300
feel
bob, 500
you
bob?
feel the
Immerse.
spatial rationing.
Yeah,
Around you
I
right
feel
now,
the
right?
immersion.
Now that is the exact effect that you need to have when you're gaming.
Yeah.
Now
I'll-
imagine shooting and your
Yeah.
friend is just telling you, oh, it's this side, this side, this
Yeah.
side.
You hear shots from this side, you know, whoosh, he's on the left. You hear shots from the back.
The
from
keyboard,
behind.
the keyboard has to be
It has to
Yeah,
be-
the
and
mouse
it
has
has
to
to
be
have a
very
specific
fast.
click for the keyboard.
exactly.
You have to have specific keyboard.
That's-
You know, I've ever seen some nerd somewhere buying a keyboard. So he got like 5 options, and then that guy was literally from one keyboard to another and play. Oh my days!
Placing.
Cool down.
It's placing. We are
My
placing.
guy was pressing like every single key slowly by slowly, like he was listening to the clicks and everything.
Yeah.
And I found myself like standing there and looking at him for several minutes. I was like, this thing is weird. This guy
Yeah,
is
it
weird.
happens.
Yeah.
Because right now, can you imagine that a PS5 costs more than a used car in some places?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's just the base PS5.
that's the base PS5.
And don't get me started on the taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of importing.
So you just buy a car and you just buy a car and a phone and play your games.
That is why
on
we,
your phone.
we, we
You
appreciate people who have set aside arenas and
Yeah.
they put because it's not even about the PS5s. Man, have you looked at the discs? When
prices.
EA 25 came out and clients are just there, when is the EA 25 coming out? You're
10K
like,
per disc.
But then
a
people
disc
are
was like
asking-
10K.
Disc 10K.
disc.
A disc.
People are asking how much do you estimate GTA 6? How much do you
I
estimate it?
$100 minimum.
Yeah.
$100, that's
Yeah.
around 10
For a
12K.
start, and then you give it
12K.
like 6 months to go down.
Yeah. To go down by like a 10 or
As
20
very
dollars.
small
Small-
percentage.
Yeah, because you know GTA 6 has been like on the nini for so
It's-
long.
Because
for
now
so long. I've been
imagine
waiting for it
NBA
for so long.
2K, the latest one that came out, it came out at I think 12 or 1400. No, 14K.
Okay.
By the time we bought it and brought it to the arena, it was like 8.5.
Okay, that's like that's a good one. Though.
That's a
not
good
bad.
thing with gaming
They-
gears
they
and
go
gaming
down.
games. Like from the start, because it's on high demand, everyone wants it. So it sells out quickly. But if you're patient enough, and but then the problem is by the time
But then
you
you're patient
wait-
and you're buying it. People have.
It's
people
like
have
an
even done
iPhone.
the game.
Exactly.
it's like an iPhone.
So that's what they're doing.
The price just goes down.
The
The
price
price go down by
And
the
the hype.
time you can afford it, another one has come out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or by the time it has gone down, the hype has gone down. No one's playing it.
Yeah. So it's just you.
Like FIFA, when it came out, it was that 10K. Online, after a month or two, it was half price.
yeah, but you know FIFA is worth waiting for.
Yeah, FIFA's worth
FIFA can
waiting for,
actually
but
wait
we
for it
still
as you
get
play
it's
another.
still underwhelming at times. But you're not going to play another
Like
game.
this new one is very underwhelming. Let's just point that out. It's very underwhelming.
Yeah, so I think
I hope we have someone at FIFA, but I think they already know by now because a lot of people are complaining. A lot.
People always complain.
Have you ever scored from a corner?
Yes,
How many times?
many times. As a professional gamer, yes. Even direct corners, cross right into the goal.
Okay, I asked the wrong person.
yeah, sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, guys. I asked the wrong
No,
person.
let me tell you, it takes time to learn it.
It takes time though.
It takes
It's
time.
not as easy as PS4.
It's not as easy as people think.
You know, it got to a point where in PS4 corners were like penalties to me. Like I knew how to do them
Yes.
perfectly. Do you know I've scored like I think only two goals from corners since I started playing what is it called FC25. 2 goals.
And an
max.
update will come, you can't score a corner. The next update, you can score a corner easily.
So what the fuck is that? Now you see FIFA. May I hope you guys have representatives in Kenya because you're not happy. Yeah.
Yeah, so moving to the next segment, the culture clash.
Yeah.
Gaming versus African expectations. Let's talk about how the culture is right now. In most African homes, gaming doesn't equal to ambition.
Yeah, your
It
BS
equals to
laziness.
Distraction.
Distraction.
cyberbullying,
Yeah.
cyber crimes.
Yeah.
Wastage of time.
What is it? What is it like? Why is it like this?
Our parents, they
Literally
they don't know.
only answer our parents.
Our parents, they don't.
What's wrong with your parents?
There are many answers, but to keep it simple, they don't know or understand, and they don't want to learn
You know, gaming has been very open to the European market since long ago.
Since launch, yeah.
So you see parents there, they are already past that stage where gaming is a bad thing. Okay, they are not actually past it because there are a lot of people who are still fighting with their parents, like in US and
Shout out to
everything.
you people.
Shout out to you people, man. But there are so many people still fighting with their parents. But like a very good number were exposed to gaming, to the arcades, to everything since they were kids.
And their
Our
parents-
parents, they don't know shit, man.
Yeah, we had to hide.
We had to hide.
We had to hide to go to those gaming places.
Because my dad, if you ask him, he knew about PlayStation when he was around 30 something years. So you see, you can't really expect him to really take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's like
He sees it as just
So this
this
is
thing
like
that we
social
just a
stigma.
distraction. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a social stigma, and it's mostly from the parents,
yeah.
mainly actually.
This is
from
where
the
you're
parents.
you're being told, leave that game and then go and read. What will gaming? Will
What
you
will
be a
gaming
doctor
help you?
playing game?
Huh?
Exactly.
Exactly.
How you earn money?
Like,
But yeah.
Parents, dear parents, and I repeat again, dear parents, not everyone will become a doctor. Not everyone will become a pilot. Not everyone will become an engineer. You have a gaming child, just let them game.
Yeah.
Let
I
them
think
game, honestly.
we need to do a lot of sensitization,
Yeah.
and we need to do a lot of gaming education to
Yeah.
parents and every guardian out there, because it's gotten to a point where, or it is at a point where parents think that gaming is either for kids or jobless people.
Jobless people, yeah, really.
And I think it's also dawns to us as gamers. What time of the day or what time of your career have you separated to educate your parents about gaming? What they don't know about it.
For mine, I'll give an example of my uncle. I think the first real FIFA where I played by myself was at my uncle's place. He used to stay at Kasarani. So he had a PlayStation 4, and they had a FIFA disc, but not this, like not the current FIFA at that time, it was the FIFA the year before. So I'd go there every Friday after uni, or even on Saturdays sometimes.
And play.
And play. So my uncle started telling me, what do you usually do after gaming? Do you go for tournaments? I was like, yeah, sometimes I play for money, all those things. And then a year or so after, he started seeing posts. He started seeing, I've won this competition. Bear in mind, my dad's not a social media person. So my uncle introduced him and showed him, hey, you know your son does games? Like, he just does that in his spare time. There's nothing really there. Until the first time my dad saw I won something big. Then he was like, oh, okay. So after that...
So it's more connected to what you're gaining from it.
Yeah, what you get. So the parents just see how... They want to see, are you making money?
You know, we live in a system where it's mainly you see, so you believe. I can like take you on a discourse a bit. Me, when it comes to content, my dad has never taken it seriously until he sees it's actually doing something. But then my dad is the type where he will see it's actually doing something, and he's like, okay, it's actually something good. Give him 3 days. 3 days, max. That's the max he'll take to take care of it. Like, give a fuck about it, and then later he's like, no. What's that? I told you I'm doing this and this.
Same.
No. Like, get that away from me.
Yeah.
As for my mom, yeah, about gaming, I don't think she also doesn't really focus on it. I've tried, but nah. It's really hard. It's really hard when you
changing their mindsets.
Yeah, it's really hard. But I also understand them. I don't even judge them. I
Yeah.
understand them because you imagine like being raised in a place where like
Education is everything.
yeah, education is everything. And the only games you know is like going outside and playing your friends
football,
outside and everything. And then you get your child is like, no, me, I want to stay inside and I want to play games.
Yeah.
And everything. We have a cousin at home who his mom bought him a phone when he was very young. So he keeps playing games every time. And we have this thing where we're like, sometimes they take his phone, and they're like, you go play. You see?
Yeah, it's all about, I think, apart from educating parents,
Yeah.
because we had a boot camp, a gaming boot camp, and I didn't expect it to
The
have
numbers.
a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
You know, we made it in a way that you just come drop your kid and you go do your thing. But parents were like, why don't you host this thing every single time? Because
Oh,
they
they
got
loved
to
it.
and they loved it to a point that, you know, you're educating them, literally. You're educating them because we're telling them, no, it's not all about gaming, you know, it's not all about getting addiction and all that. We tell them, last time when we were at an event, we were telling a parent how they can, you know,
Monetize.
they've bought their kids all the equipment they need. But it's like, I'm having a challenge putting them away from the screen. You're
the
like,
screen,
no,
yeah.
just have a timeout. Do you know that even at Afrigamer, we had a rule for kids? You don't stay on your
What's that?
screen more than 2 hours. Even if you've paid for the whole day. 2 hours max. After 2 hours,
Leave.
someone will just come. No, you don't leave. Come, let's go out. Go to the washroom, drink some water, go downstairs, buy something to eat, come
That's
back.
actually good. That's
Which
very
is good
thoughtful, very
because
thoughtful, yeah.
there's
Big
that
up, big
screen
up, well done.
time that you need to do. Even for kids right now, if you see even toddlers who are being raised by their parents, or you see, I also do that for my child because instead of, she has the liberty to watch TV all through. I watched Teacher Rachel, everything. But I have this strict rule. You guys watch your own things. The people that I live with, you watch. Mtoto anafaa kuanza kuwatch kuanzia saa 1 jioni. Max mpaka saa 3. Those are 2 hours. That's enough. You give them the liberty to play around,
So
get
during
to
the day
interact
she's
with other
playing.
kids. Exactly.
Yeah, that's very healthy.
You know,
yeah.
so even gaming works like that. So parents should also know that not every child is getting addicted to that game. Not every child is learning nudity in that game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I think also they need to hear it from a responsible adult.
Yeah.
Because if their child is telling them, they're going to see it as they're taking a specific standpoint. So
inafika nika kujitetea.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you're basically watching out for your own back.
You're just watching out. Yeah,
You're watching out for yourself. So if they hear it from an adult who's actually been through those things and they explain
who actually cares and
Who
knows
actually-
what they're doing. Yeah.
exactly, rather than their children saying to
Yeah.
them, it makes a huge impact.
Yeah.
yeah, so there's also gaming culture. I feel like we've changed the narrative whereby we've turned mobile games into a daily ritual. We have games like Candy Crush, Ludo, Mobile, Call of Duty, PUBG Mobile, you know, name it.
Yeah.
Dream League Soccer. We've changed the narrative.
Yeah.
We have other things like cyber cafe and shared setups. You know, these days it's not all about cramming into one space. You know,
These days cyber cafes have like they're spacious enough. You see like Afrigamer house.
yeah. So all that, and then now it's also gaming also has has mixed up with pop culture. These days
Twitch.
you play EFC 25 listening to music like it's on inbuilt music.
Listen
It's
to
like
Lady
the
Gaga and Miley
current.
Cyrus in my ears while whooping people.
You understand?
Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus in my ear. It's
Real. White girl music. Yeah.
yes.
Real. Real. I can't even argue, bro. Real.
Yeah.
But then white girl music does something to you.
You put you in the right
Yeah.
mood. Not everyday rap.
I don't care.
So you
I
see,
love it.
wow,
I don't-
Wow.
You see?
I'm lost
yeah.
because I don't play FIFA.
No, it's not
No.
even FIFA. Even there's this it's going around. So you're playing with your friends. You've grouped up, and you're calling out for that one friend. He's not hearing anything. He's listening to white girl music or just gaming. So he's not hearing your call outs.
But yes, I love the way that we've not waited as Africans and African gamers and African upcoming content creators in gaming. We've not waited for validation.
Yeah.
True.
We've made the space for ourselves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
true.
proud of
It's
the
like forcing through a certain
know,
system.
I'm
Yeah,
proud of the gaming culture that is coming up. Gamers from all over Africa are
Evolving.
pushing for the platform to be raised, for the bar to be raised, you
True,
know.
true,
They
true.
want to be included in such spaces. They've gone to global spaces. I love the fact that as Kenya, we have the federation that is fighting for gamers to go on global. Big up to the
Global
president of the esports federation, Mr. Ronnie. He's trying. He's doing his thing out there. So if we have these people, I hear Morocco has, like, we have these federations that are fighting for us. Like, if they fight more, we bring those servers inside.
It will help a lot.
That's
bring
our
them-
thing.
we bring
but
them
I hope
closer,
you
yeah?
guys are listening to these people.
Yeah.
Servers, bring the servers to Kenya.
So
That
we have our
single-handedly
wins.
solved so many
I think we
things.
have our wins. It's
We have our
safe to
wins.
say that.
All I can say is we have our wins, but we still a long way. We still have a long way to go.
But we're making a step. That's what I
We're
like.
making a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even when we look at the gamers themselves, the competitive gamers, we've had gamers that have gone to represent us in global platforms.
I
Shout
love
out to
seeing
Queen
them
Arrow.
TikToks. I love seeing them TikToks. The guy with the lenses.
Queen Arrow has gone to many platforms to present Kenya. We have Mr. Beast, the Beast brand Younger. He has gone
The beast.
places. He has gone to Nigeria, like the African gamer. We have who else? Give me other names. We have Demon. We have this guy
We have
who has
Jojo,
just gone to Paris.
Jojo, Malone,
Jojo,
so many
Malone,
names.
Macquarie. They've
Fox,
gone a lot of places. And we hope that also the girl power will be,
Yeah, because girls
will be
also,
out there.
Yeah, because they're also penetrating the scene.
We only have Queen Arrow who has gone out there, but I'm coming. Wait for me.
Yeah, and
Zoom.
and,
I'm coming.
and we are very hard praying
Yeah.
for Nashpa. Me, I go to church a lot, so I'll pray for you. And trust me, my prayers work every single time. Go ask my mother. See,
beg.
Nashpa, you trust me
Leave
even
me.
once.
Leave me alone.
By prospers,
I don't want your prayers.
Hey.
My skill.
Me,
My skill is going to take me
you're
there.
skilled
Calm
and
down.
I beat you.
Guy,
Where?
you
You
know,
be there, I'll never let her leave this.
No.
down like that. I'll
Now
never-
this is a call to action. Mr. Producer, next time you're coming with a
Next time.
screen and pads. If I whoop you,
Hey,
just one game.
and if I whoop you,
you walk out of the
you
podcast,
just-
mid-podcast.
one game,
You move.
one game.
You go.
I don't even need many games. Just
Very
one game.
nice. Very
clean,
nice.
Clean. Very okay.
Viewers, listeners, thank you for vibing with us. Remember to tag us with your real talk gaming. What do you think about the gaming culture? What do you think? Is it growing? Is it somewhere? Is it going somewhere? Do you see yourself being on the global platform? Again, we are rooting for gamers out there. We love you guys. And
Big up,
yeah,
big up.
yeah.
Anyone who is pushing themselves out there through gaming,
All the challenges that we face out here, let
The
it
fact that
not
you're-
be let it not be hey, English ni ngumu, wacha isikuwe kizuizi.
hey,
Mwalimu wangu wa Kiswahili alifanya kazi.
Let it not
But
put you
yes,
down.
Samia Suluhu will be proud.
my Kiswahili teacher will be proud. Anyways, see you guys later. Ciao ciao.
It's been nice. Bye bye.